I'm back. Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. Well, we're finishing it up. This is my last reading for tonight. I feel like I've been in here for like 3 hours. Have we been in for 3 hours, baby crone?
No.
Feels like it. We've been in here long enough. This is our recording room. So anyway, we've been thinking about getting another recording room. We don't know. We just vagabonds. We just go from room to room to room to room. Well, anyway, what ran across my TV set was Angelina and Jolie arguing or in a dispute. And I'm telling you, I've already said that Angelina has psychological issues. She's always seemed angry to me, and my opinion. And it just seemed like her and Brad are still fighting. From what I understand, this grove or vine a vineyard that they had, he sold it to her thinking it was in good stead, and she sold it to someone underneath of him, and now she's going to court, and they at court, and they are. This is a toxic couple. Is this the woman that you left Jennifer Anderson for? One thing I could say about Jennifer Anderson, in all the years, I've never known her to be this kind of person who would be out to be scorned. And Angelina is a bitter woman. That's the way she comes off to me. Now, I'm going to read the cards. I'm just going to read them to the best of my ability. And she doesn't even act anymore. I mean, she was a good actress in her day. You don't even see Brad unless they taking out there. I mean, she was in some kind of movie, but it just seemed like they're just not out there anymore like that. Ever since they got married and their marriage went down the tubes, they look like they went down the tube as actors.
Oh my God.
You know, why you laughing, baby crumb? I sound horrible.
No, it just sounds like once they got together, their career went down.
It just seemed like they just went down. It went toxic. They were not meant. I guess that's what happens when you take another woman's husband.
I mean, by the looks of it, it seems like that's what Jennifer. You know, I don't know what's going on with these Jennifers, but that just seems like what Jennifer Lopez is going with Ben Affleck.
Jennifer Lopez's career is going down the tube. I didn't even know that she was that jeered by Hispanics or Puerto Ricans. I'm like, girl. Well, you know, years ago, we as being in the Black community, we always had a problem with her when it came down with her singing, because we always had Ashante. And then all of a sudden, and then they was like, they didn't recognize butts, but then it was Jennifer Lopez, but it was like, we've been having butts all along. But this reading is not about her. So this reading is about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. What in the John Brown hockey sticks going on? In this case, we need 2 cards.
Okay.
In this case, we got to see, because it just seems like there is nothing like a woman scorned. What had this man did to this woman? The last thing I know, they were on a plane. This was years ago, and they got into a fight. He was drinking. He was a drunk, and 2 cards fell out. If I like them, I'll keep them. Well, here they go. They fell out, so I'll keep them. They fell out, and they opposites, battling swords. Here is a man who's trying to get away. I'm going to say that's Brad Pitt. Here is the woman that's looking out saying, you ain't going nowhere. I ain't done with you. I still got fire shut up in my bones. I'm not done. Brad Pitt, Angelina, they just fell out the deck. Okay. And so what you have is you have 2 powers that meant to be powerful and meant to work together, because they're all work in the air. Like you got swords, that's about thought, and air, it's metal, and you have wands, fire, blazing. So that means here she doesn't give up easy. She's a warrior. Let's see, baby Crone. What is their problem? The almighty dollar. Money. It is like we see what is that sign? Mercury. We see Mercury. So we see Mercury, and we definitely see, I know that's Scorpio. So we see Mercury and Scorpio. So what do I see? Mercury. I see fiery. What is it about Mercury? It's something about Mercury. Something, baby Crone, about Mercury.
About how we communicate.
Thank you. And I see Mercury is trying to deal with water. Figure that out. Figure fire trying to deal with the ocean. All I'm saying, all you can get is a beautiful picture.
Okay.
Because the sun cascading over the water, a beautiful picture.
Yes.
But and that's all. And looks are deceiving. And in this couple, they look beautiful, but they're like fire and ice. Yep. I see Brad. He's on guard with this woman. I see Angelina. She's on guard with this man. They are both warriors. She's fire and he's swords. So she's reactive. The cards are showing she reacts to him. She's fire, she's creative. She's always trying to figure out how I'm going to get you, how I'm going to suck you in, how this, how that. He's air, so he's always calculating, how can I maneuver the fire? How can I go around this? How can I beat her at this game? This is what I see. However, I do see over top of him, I do see this page of wands. I do feel like he's tired. I feel like he just wanted to come to an end. He wants the dance over. He wants it all settled. It feels to me, he thought that it was settled. Go ahead and open it. He thought that it was settled. He did. He thought it was settled. But obviously, Angelina's still holding a grudge. She ain't happy. She wants to break him. She doesn't want him to have anything. The cards are saying, I don't want him to have it. I don't want to, it's something. It's about this grove. She don't want him to have it. Whatever it is, she just don't want him to have it. It seems like Ariana and Sam Sandoval. Yes. This is, like I said, I don't know this kind of warring, but this is what I see. On the earthly level of it, I see Brad Pitt is like, I'm trying to be chill. This is very emotional. I don't know what this woman is want. We are over. We are divorced. We've been divorced ever since when, baby Crone?
2019.
2019. So we're looking at what, 5 years ago and some months. And it's like this woman's still holding on. The children are split. You know, I never thought, I always thought that Angelina should have kept the children out of it. But let's see where Angelina is. Angelina is the bitter one here. She's the bitter one. She's angry. She's angry. It's like she's in eternal regret. It's like she regrets she married him. It's like he hurt her. It's like she's angry. She's like, every card, it's like she's festering in anger towards this man. And the very fact that he has this, and even though they settled, she sold her part apparently to someone else, and it's a mess, and she's not done. But when you have this kind of anger is like a backdraft. So when you're fuming and anger like that with that torch, it is a backdraft. Like, you know, the air gets sucked out the room for a moment and it consumes you. This is what I see with Angelina. I see that she just don't want him to have no peace. She's angry. And wherever this anger is coming from, why it's coming, I have no idea. Baby Crone, you got to have questions.
Yes. My question is,
this woman is she just resentful to this man.
Yes,
She has a lot of anger to this man. I'm sorry, baby. I'm just seriously. And he's just tripping. Like, how do you deal with this? Lawyers, but go ahead.
That the best they can. But I was wondering, why can't Angelina let Brad go?
Angelina, why can't you let Brad go? Uranus, the fool. You know, the fool is supposed to be a good card. It's supposed to be you're venturing out, you're starting life anew, you're starting a new adventure, you're excited about it, you're fun, you're having fun, and you don't have no cares because you don't even know what they are because you're a fool, you're blind to it. But here, this is upside down. It didn't come out upside down, but it's upside down because I see that you are a fool. You're taking all of your goodness and you're flipping it and you're trying to make a mountain into a molehill. You're trying to create something that don't need to be created. You're using all of your energy, all of this goodness, but you're putting it in a bad way. You should be at the beginning of your life. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you're going to have memories and things are going to show up, but you have to put them beside and press on for a better way of being. But you allow that old nature to come up and now you are a fool because only a fool will act this way. A fool, like a bitter fool. You're a fool. You're not supposed to know any better. Baby Crone, help me out with what I'm trying to say. Even the dog is saying, hey, don't jump over the bridge. Let it go. Don't jump off of the mountain. I know there's a city and everything. Think about it. Even the dog is saying, look, think. Baby Crone, what do you have to say about that card in Uranus?
Yes, I was thinking about how Angelina feels like Brad has changed her life.
Right.
Since.
Like stole something and got the best. Like he's living his best life and she's there to suffer but she wanted the kids. She's there like he's getting away and it's like he got the upper hand. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Go ahead.
That somehow, I guess she was blinded like a fool by Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt just saying, you just got to be on air with her because you got to be up on your toes with her because you don't know which way she coming. It's like she fire. Brad, I want to ask you, do you regret marrying her?
That's a good one.
The Knight of Wands.
Swords.
The Knight of Swords. I'm sorry. The Knight of Swords. Angelina. Yes. But this is the Hierophant. So his is, it's just been a fight. It's just always been mental. It's just always been the struggle. Always being one up. That's what I'm getting. In her, it's just always been lack of communication, no harmony. What do you don't have no harmony, never disrupting my peace. It just seemed like they're opposite, but I don't think I answered my question. Did he regret marrying her? I'm going to say, no, I don't think he regrets it. No, because of the kids and all of that. Okay. It was what it was. And I get the intent that it was beautiful at one point, that it was lovely, short-lived, but it was lovely. And I do get, and I always say this, whenever you bring a lot of children in, you have technical difficulty. So anyway, so I see Brad Pitt is if it's about money. It's like, I don't know if this is about money for her anymore. I think it's just about, she just bitter.
Okay.
She's just bitter. She's just bitter. And her career is not the same anymore. She's fruitful. Seems like she's into a lot of charities and things like that. But from what I'm getting, it just seems like she's a bitter woman right now. She's angry. It just seems like she's angry with Brad. I don't know. It just seemed like she feel he got a one up. Will they ever be able to get together and draw a truce? Maybe one day. Maybe one day for the kids. Maybe one day they'll be able to come together, draw a truce, pull it together. Has Brad Pitt moved on? Is he dating anyone? I think, yeah, that person, that relationship is dead and over. He is gone. He is no longer with her. He has no desires for her. It is over and over. This is why he doesn't even understand why this is happening. Has she been able to move on? No. She is still stuck. She's probably jealous that he has moved on. And no, from the cards, this is death, showing that he's moved on, wanting to move on. Here we see the devil, delusional, stuck, haven't been able to move on. Just feel, I get the impression she feels as though he got a one up, that he got better. He got it better than her. This is the impression that I get. Everything I say is allegedly, but what I feel is though she feels delusional. It's like he got a one up. He got it. He got better, even though he didn't. He's like, the one up I got is I'm free. I want to be done with this woman. This woman is wackadoodles. This is how I'm getting from him. She's wackadoodle. You know, she's crazy. I got to stay on guard with her. You never know. You think it's over, then she comes back again. And I'm really, really trying to be objective. Does Brad, is he dating? Is he seeing anyone? I don't think he can. I don't think he can see anybody right now. What about Angelina? Yes, she sees. I think her life is filled with her kids. I think she sees, but I think her life is filled with her kids. I think Brad Pitt is just in his feelings. Like this is really a tower moment. This woman is a disruption in his life. It's like she is a big disruption. And it's like he haunts her. It's like she's a haunting to him, you know, and she gets pleasure out of disrupting his happiness. Will she, Angelina, be able to move on? Eventually, when she gets finished doing whatever she feels as though she needs to do, will Brad be able to go on and be free? Wheel of Fortune, he don't know. But let's say, yeah. Let's say the Wheel of Fortune, eventually he'll mutter his way. Yes, he'll mutter his way through. Eventually he will mutter his way. But as a family, maybe one day in the far distant future, they will come together and they'll be able to maybe communicate and talk. Right now, the bitterness is stifling with her. She's angry. I can't help it. This is the main thing I get out this reading. She feels as though he's got a one up. He's got it easy. And he doesn't see it that way. She's a disruption to his life. It's like she's a volcano. She's like, when I think it's over and I'm moving forward, here she comes dumping some foolishness, disrupting my peace. But in the end, he will find his happiness. And she will eventually move on. You have any questions?
How is this case over the winery gonna be for Brad?
How is it? Is Brad going to win this with the winery? As they negotiate and talk about it? Yes, I think he's going to win. I think wherever this is going to run out, I think it's going to be in his favor because I definitely see that everything was done correctly. The paperwork, everything was done correctly. It was done correctly. And whatever she is trying to do, I don't think it's going to be relevant. I do think it is fire. It is, but I don't think that it's going to work in her favor. I do not. No, see, I don't think it's going to work in her favor. I don't. Why? Because that was the question I asked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will it work in her favor? Is that what I asked? And she's bringing that fire, that heat.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to work in her favor? Just trying to find something. Because remember, she's a woman scorned. She's bitter. She's a bitter Betty. She just think he got it easy. And here, this is just something that's going to keep her up at night. And no, from what the cards are saying, no, I don't think that she's going to get what she wants. But she will get to disrupt his life. She will get to do that. And she will move on eventually. And maybe this it. I don't know why. From what I gather, she didn't want the winery. She did want it. I don't know understanding about it, but I do know that the cards are working. They're looking into it. And whatever way this works, she's definitely she's just not at peace. I'm just rambling. She's not at peace. For whatever reason, she's unhappy. She's bitter. She's unhappy. And she thinks that he got it good. And whenever she gets alone and starts thinking that, she reacts. And sooner or later, she's going to move on. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the argument over the kids with them. I don't know. But this is a couple that is a disaster. And no love cards really came out for them at all.
No.
All other than for him that he will meet somebody or move on. Outside of that, it seems like she won't even be with anybody no time soon since she's married to her causes and her children. I don't know. At least, cards change. This is definitely fire and air. We'll see how this play out. I have no idea. But I'll end this card with this.
Okay.
Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out in the end.
Okay.
That's my read on that crazy couple.
I like that.
That is like, woo, that is a lot of negative energy. Mental. It's like fire fighting with air, like playing chess with one another. This is like bitterness. This is what you call being in the gall of bitterness. Not cool, Angelina. Snap out of it. Brad, keep your composure. That's all I got. That's my read. Sunflowers.